Nakajima Ki-44 Shoki.
The Nakajima Ki-44 Shoki, also known as the Devil Queller, was a single-seat fighter interceptor used by the Imperial Japanese Army during World War II from 1942 to 1945. Its official designation was the Army Type II single-seat fighter, and it was called Tojo by the Allies. Unlike other Japanese fighters of its time, the Ki-44 prioritized speed and rate of climb over maneuverability, making it an air defense fighter. This design stemmed from the need for a heavy fighter that followed a more offensive doctrine.
It was developed alongside its predecessor, the Nakajima Ki-43, but the two aircraft differed significantly.
The Ki-44 had a higher landing speed and was less maneuverable, which posed initial challenges for pilots accustomed to more agile aircraft like the Ki-43 and Ki-27. Initially, the Ki-44 was restricted to experienced pilots with at least 1,000 hours of flying time due to its tricky handling characteristics. However, younger pilots without extensive aerobatic training eventually found it manageable, leading to the removal of this restriction. Despite its limitations, the Ki-44 was the fastest climbing Japanese fighter at the time and became the Imperial Japanese Army's primary interceptor when B-29 superfortresses started bombing Japan in June 1944. While it had performance restrictions at high altitudes, it could match Allied aircraft in climbs and dives, giving pilots more combat flexibility and confidence than the Ki-43. The Ki-44 was armed with four 12.7mm machine guns or two 12.7mm guns and two 20mm cannons, making it more powerful than the older Ki-43. Production of the Ki-44 ceased in late 1944 in favor of the more advanced Nakajima Ki-84, and by the end of the war, only 3 Sentai units still used it. Unfortunately, no surviving examples of the Ki-44 exist today. Nakajima commenced the development of the Ki-44 in 1940, focusing on creating a pure interceptor with an emphasis on airspeed and rate of climb, in contrast to typical Japanese fighter design standards. The Japanese Army Air Force specified a maximum speed of 600 km per hour at 4,000 meters, achievable within 5 minutes. To enhance maneuverability, the Ki-44 was equipped with butterfly combat flaps similar to those on the Ki-43. Armament included a pair of 7.7mm and a pair of 12.7mm machine guns. The chosen engine was Nakajima's Ha-41, a 14-cylinder double-row radial engine originally designed for bombers. Although the Ha-41 had a larger cross-section than desired, the design team successfully integrated it into a smaller, narrow fuselage. The Ha-41, with a diameter of 1,260 mm, was larger than the Nakajima Sakai used in the A-6M0 and Ki-43 Hayabusa. However, the Ha-41 offered greater power, with 1,260 horsepower. Since the Sakai was underpowered, and the Mitsubishi Kinsei was in high demand for other aircraft, the Ha-41 was the chosen power plant. The Ki-44 had a relatively small wing area, resulting in a high wing loading and a correspondingly high landing speed. This landing speed posed a challenge for Japanese pilots accustomed to aircraft like the Ki-43 and Ki-27, which had lower wing loadings. The Ki-44 featured an all-metal structure with metal skin, except for fabric-covered control surfaces. The first prototype flew in August 1940, showing encouraging handling characteristics despite the high wing loading. Issues included the high landing speed and poor forward visibility during taxiing due to the large radial engine. A second pre-production batch of 40 aircraft was ordered, featuring four 12.7mm machine guns, a relocated air cooler, and main gear doors.
The Nakajima Ki-44, also known as the Tojo, was utilized by the Imperial Japanese Army Air Force across 12 Sentai.
Additionally, the Manchukuo Air Force operated some Ki-44s. The Ki-44's operational history began in December 1941 when an experimental unit, the 47th Chutai Kawasemi Buntai, received 9 aircraft and was stationed in Saigon, Indochina. It was subsequently used by the 87th Sentai for air defense, based in Palembang, Sumatra. Other units equipped with the Ki-44 during the early stages of the war were stationed in China, Burma, the Philippines, and Korea. As the war progressed, the Ki-44 took on an air defense role over Japan's industrial cities. The 47th Chutai, once transferred to air defense in Japan, expanded to become the 47th Sentai. The Ki-44-2 Watsu variant was armed with a Ho-301 40mm autocannon, effective only at close range. These aircraft were used by a Special Air Superiority Unit within the 47th Sentai to attack Yuzov bombers. The pilots attempted to shoot down B-29s and, when out of ammunition, resorted to ramming them, though this was challenging in practice, especially at high altitudes. Towards the end of the war, Ki-44 variants were gradually replaced by the Nakajima Ki-84 He-8, which was considered superior in various aspects except maintenance and reliability.
Thank you for watching.